Busy few weeks of family time, many parents will be breathing a sigh of relief as these school holidays draw to a close. But for some students, the thought of stepping back into the classroom could be filling them with dread rather than excitement.
Whether it's academic pressures or social anxiety, a growing number of children are really struggling to go back to school, leaving parents at a loss for what to actually do next. So how do we prepare our children to help tackle another term?
Here to help us is child psychologist Dr. Cohen. Hi Anna, nice to see you.
Hello.
You say more and more kids are suffering from school anxiety, even refusing to go back in some cases. What's behind it, do we think? Because it's pretty normal to not want to go back to school after holidays.
Yeah.
But it's beyond that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's something more.
Yep, lots of kids don't want to go back to school. That is something that we do see, and it's not unusual. But I think for many, many children, there's a deeper anxiety behind it at times for them. So it might be a fear of leaving the house, or anxiety about being away from their parents, or it may be social challenges that they're experiencing at school. For some kids, they have low mood, and for other kids, they've just had a really, really nice school holidays and they just want to be with their family.
And compared to traditional years, is that anxiety level up, and what essentially is driving it?
Yeah, I think anxiety is certainly up, and COVID has made a huge impact for our kids, particularly for our little kids in terms of not wanting to go to school. The kids that started kindergarten and then we went into lockdown, they've really, really struggled to step back into school at times. And it is a big problem for many, many families.
How do we know, though, when it is a problem? What should we look out for? Because, Mum, I don't want to go back to school on Mondays. But how do we know when it might be problematic?
Problematic anxiety is often when children, they struggle in all facets of their behaviour. So if you see a big change in behaviour, that's usually when I would be saying something might be not going so well for them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Anna, what tips do you have for parents to help young children who are trying to settle into the classroom life?
Well, we as parents are the greatest resource. So for us as parents, we are the resource for our kids. And I've developed some online courses that can really support parents, because parents are often at a loss as where to go to get the information. But in addition to that, supporting kids by understanding what's happening, asking kids what's going on, understanding their school life, understanding their friendships, that's going to really, really help you to make a difference for your kids.
But Anna, you might ask them what's going on and they'll say nothing.
Yeah, that's true, particularly the older kids.
Then what do you do?
Yeah, well, that's where we have to then step into our strength as a parent and understand our kids and look at the strategies that we can use to build courage for them and to break down the anxiety. And it's quite complicated, but there's lots of great resources out there for parents to support them to do that.
So do you have advice, Anna, for the specific language, I guess, that you might use for having those really tricky discussions with kids if they're anxious about going back?
Yeah, sure. Again, I really want to understand what's happening for a child. I want to understand their life at school. And so for a parent to say what's happening, that question, keeping it quite open, is really, really helpful. Now, as you said, some kids are just going to go, I don't want to say.
Yeah.
And they are going to shut down because they don't want to tell us. So for us then as parents, what we want to do is help kids to celebrate the things that they enjoy, their friendships, their lunch times, assuming that they're not struggling with their peer relationships, but help them find little bits in their day that they can enjoy. And then for us as parents, to encourage and to really support our children to have a happy day.
Have you got some tips for us to make that drop-off easier?
Yes.
School drop-off?
Yes.
But we're talking little ones here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Stay calm. As a parent, the number one tip is stay calm. Really stay calm and really have a position which is school is non-negotiable. School's important. You need to go to school, but we're going to figure this out together. So by staying calm, you're 3/4 of the way there.
Easier said than done.
Totally. Totally.
To hear more of
Thanks,
Anna's
Anna.
great advice, you can check out her online course. Now, what we're going to do is put all the details up on the Morning Show website so you can access that. Thank you, Anna.
So then